For this demonstration, I've created a new vendor, which I've called Castle Chairs, and the vendor is located in France. So let me expand the invoicing fast step and then show all the fields. So in here you can see that the vendor is set up with Euro as currency code. And in my demo company, the local currency is US dollar. So this is a foreign currency vendor. Now let's create a new document. I will click here on new document. I can create a purchase order or a purchase invoice, doesn't really matter for this example. So let's go for a purchase invoice. And Business Central will prepare a new purchase document. So let me enter the vendor invoice number. And then let's order some chairs. So I will order the Paris guest chair. And let's order 50 units. So I will also enter a location, although that's not very important for exchange rates. And so like I just said, let's order 50 units. Now this is a vendor, like we saw, set up with Euro as currency code, which means that the amounts we are looking at are Euro amounts. You can see in the caption Euro mentioned. So everything that we see here is in Euro. Now I'm working in a company that is configured with US dollar as the local currency, which means that I'm probably also interested to see the local currency amount. So in this case, the dollar amount. Now the quickest way to check the local currency amounts on a document in another currency is simply going to the statistics. So if I click on invoice and if I go to statistics, I can see here the document statistics showing me both the foreign currency amount, so the 7,551.25, but here also the dollar amount, the local currency amount, as you can see. All right, so let's return to the purchase document, and before posting, let's also assign a couple of dimensions. So, and there's a specific reason which I will explain in one of the following units. So I will go to related information dimensions. So let's assign a department dimension. So, and let's use the production department. And let's maybe also assign a business group dimension. And in this case, let's go for office. All right, so this means that my purchase line has two dimensions. That Business Central will of course also post. Now let's go ahead and post the documents. I will click here on Home Post, and let's try to post the purchase invoice. So there we go, and let's have a look at the posted results. I will go to the posted purchase invoice, and let's check the entries that were created in the posting process. So here you can see all the entries. Now let's have a look at the GL entries, and we can see that 4 GL entries are created. So here you can see the GL entries, and what is important is to know that GL entries are always using local currency amounts. So here the amount field, you can see the 7,515. So remember, that's the US dollar amount, so the local currency amount. And on general ledger entries, you won't find the foreign currency amount. So the general ledger entry only displays the local currency amount. All right, so that's important to know, especially when you're working in finance. So general ledger entries in Business Central are always based on the local currency. Now let's return to the Find Entries page and also check the vendor ledger entry. So here on the vendor ledger entries, you can find both the local currency and the foreign currency amounts. And so here the original amount, the amount for example, so these are the foreign currency amounts, so euro amounts in this example, and here you can see the local currency amount. So on vendor ledger entries and also customer ledger entries, of course, you can find both the local currency and foreign currency amounts. Okay. Now the purchase invoice is posted on April 10. And in one of the next units, I will enter new exchange rates for euro, and then have Business Central calculate the exchange rate differences.